On Sunday, the Atlanta Braves pitcher Sean Newcomb came within one strike of a no-hitter, but all the conversation in the dugout was about these tweets that he sent out almost 7 years ago. And he's not the only Major League Baseball player to be in a lot of hot water from tweets from a while ago. He also joins Trea from the Nationals, who also got in trouble for some highly offensive and inappropriate tweets. Let's bring in our A-plus panel. Joining us, George Falkowski, our own sports reporter. Good to see you, George.
Yep. Allison
Young, Republican strategist, and Peter Brown, Democratic strategist. All right, George, I'm going to start with you. The two players apologized. And, you know, to me, I hear this, and I think that this was at that time where social media was just starting to explode. These guys took locker room nonsense and put it out, and it lives forever.
Well, that's a problem. And now teams are getting very, very conscious of this. They have social media directors. We were discussing before the segment that Lou Lamoriello, when he was GM of the Devils, refused to let his players do social media. He went to Toronto, now the Islanders, same rules in place there. They're very, very wary of this, and this is proof that even if you've changed or you're not the same person you were when you were 17 or 18, it looks really bad. Both players have had to consent to sensitivity training.
Allison, that to me sounds completely absurd. I mean, sensitivity training is just a goofy way for corporations to get out of liability, if you ask me. They all go through it. You know, you're not going to change human nature. People can be rough and crude and rude to each other and talk about things that maybe should just stay private, because if you come down to these guys, it would seem to me, you may stop the tweets, but you're not going to stop the conversations.
But nothing's private, right? Everything, this is the age of social media. Everything that you've said is out there. I think the real question is for the sports agents. How is this stuff still out there? Political consultants get paid a lot less than sports agents, and this is what we do for candidates, right? We go and we scrub all this to make sure it's not out there. Why isn't that being done for the players?
Peter, what do you think? I mean, is it outrage over nothing? You could make the argument that a 17 or 18 or 19-year-old definitely knows better how to interact, but at the same time, brand new, I think there are plenty of kids posting stupid things on social media. It lives forever. We kind of know that now. I'm not so sure we knew that 7 years ago.
No, we didn't know that 7 years ago. However, these tweets were back in 2011. I think they were 17, 18 at the time. And I do believe that people do change. I mean, that's a long period of time. Not to say that whether he still believes in his tweets that he posted 7 years ago, but I do believe people do change, and we shouldn't keep beating him up over something that happened 7 years ago.
To that point, can people just say off-the-cuff stupid things as offensive as they are and not have it be a reflection of your inner core and your soul? People get mad and stupid all the time. It's called humanity.
Well, I think you're right, but I also think that we're in a society now where people pick and choose what they're going to be offended by. And there are people digging through people's tweets and social media posts, looking back on Facebook. And believe me, athletes are warned now, be careful. It's just the society that I think we've created.
I took 2 weeks off of Twitter, and I have never enjoyed 2 weeks more. I'm thinking about extending it. Allison,
the other side of the humanity bill is the forgiveness. Both of them have apologized.
Absolutely.
Both of them, to Peter's point, have said, I've changed. I understand the hurt this has caused. If the apology is true, then forgiveness is also a thing.
And we need to move forward.